Everyone needs to let go of their past at a certain point.
I think
that's the central theme.
Yeah, right? What's the point of hanging around for 6 years bitter?
I do like the idea, too, of the memories they keep talking about and how, like, it feels good and safe and, like, exciting to hide in this memory, but then once you're actually there for long enough, you're like, wait, what the fuck are we doing?
Here it is again.
Same thing.
You can enjoy the past, but you can't live there.
Yeah, I feel that.
Welcome back to JuiceLabs.
What's up, everybody? We're back with Blind Manor. I'm Clay.
Juice. I'm Jack.
I'm Corey. Penultimate episode. Episode 8.
Episode 8.
We're going to finally find out what happened with Danny Clayton and the Lady of the Lake.
Yeah, we will see. It looked like she had a pretty firm grip.
She had a gorilla grip
On that neck. That was gorilla grip. Yeah.
And I thought for a minute she was dead, but now the more I think about it, the more I think there's going to be a last-second save somewhere.
She's dead.
There lived in the province of Hampshire a widowed gentleman.
Is that Theo?
His name is of little count.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Is Theo the Lady of the Lake?
Yeah.
The name thus led to Viola's invitation to a distant cousin, one Mr. Arthur Lloyd. Viola had made certain to be absent when he arrived. This left Perdita to entertain the travelled cousin while Viola bode her time, and in doing so learned he was a gentleman. And just as Perdita began to feel the stirrings of a true interest in the young man, the sweat from her eye, the wildness of her hair, the
Oh
business,
boy.
the books, the
Cat
rhymes
fight.
of the foyer, even the portrait hanging beyond.
Oh,
The
I was
wedding
wrong.
was a small affair, fitting the business arrangement that it was. A fine outcome for Viola, who had meant to maintain her ladyship over Bly.
Yeah, they're way smoother than I was expecting right there.
So do you think the two siblings fight over the same person, just like in the future, with the uncle and
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that would make sense. Same deal. But I mean, I just kind of expected them to do all that fighting and then it just cut immediately to the marriage.
well,
So-
the marriage comes first, because
That's
that's what
true.
happened with the...
It was
Yeah.
not. Viola found that under its purpose, a marriage may have some amount of love to it after all. Those were the rosy times after Isabel was born. But nothing holds, and all things change given time.
Yep.
Change does not often announce itself. As for Viola,
Oh, is it going to be
suspicion
blood?
began as small,
It's always-
as inconsequential as the tickle in her lungs.
Oh boy.
She got plague. I feel the limp nose there.
Oh, she got pneumonic plague, bro. That's the worst one. Shout out to this bird man, though. He's doing the real work.
It is not the plague,
Oh, thank God.
Whew!
but it is not good news.
I was about to say.
Damn!
Her lung has exploded.
How long? Months at the most.
What did they call the lung? Is that supposed to be tuberculosis?
Seems very tuberculosis-like.
Certainly does, so far, symptoms-wise.
I mean, she's just spraying that everywhere.
Although they said it's not the plague. Do they consider tuberculosis plague? Because it's like the 1700s, so it ain't bubonic plague.
There was a plague outbreak in 1615.
Oh. So it still could be.
That's when Isaac Newton fucking dropped out of college and invented calculus. Little bitch. So to do the trick.
Man, medicine sure has come a long way. A couple leeches.
Leave it to the professionals.
Yeah.
A little bloodletting.
Damn.
It's so crazy. Seems like somebody should be speaking tongues with a Bible out.
Theodore came again to Bly.
I go and prepare a place for you.
No. Tell your God that I do not go. You tell them, sister. You tell this priest and the God he fawns upon. You tell them no.
I love the music on the show.
Time
Yeah.
paid her no mind.
The theme
Days
is
to
like
weeks,
really
to
good.
months, to years.
Auntie, we need music, do we not?
Let's show the young thing how it's done proper.
They just start Dougieing.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
If someone played Johnny Be Good here, that someone would have a stroke. Just be way too much.
This dance has no feeling in it.
Oh, there's a feeling.
Whoa, 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 whoa. She's still alive?
I didn't want to miss the ball.
Damn.
Hate. Okay, now I see the direction they're kind of going here.
Oh, Jesus. She got a hell of a hook on her.
She does.
For somebody who's dying of tuberculosis.
No, holy shit.
So she doesn't die, and then she's just become this angry, sickly woman.
Very strong.
Extremely bitter.
Yeah, this bitter woman with the meanest right hook.
Yeah.
We know she got the gorilla grip front.
Yeah. No wonder she chokes people out, no problem.
This really angry southpaw with tuberculosis.
He looks
Fucking-
at me now and then, it is because he is lonely and he is human. It is because for the last 5 years the only husbandly duty he's fulfilled is that of mourning.
Damn.
Yeah.
She ain't that strong. She just doesn't block it very often.
Yeah.
Because that's not what you do to a sickly woman.
The song Warning by Biggie has similar themes to what she's going through right now. She's trying to get stuck for her
You
papers.
should take
Yeah.
by
Exactly, too. She's going to be Lady of Bly Manor.
with
Yep.
love, let it be anything else.
She ain't what she used to be.
How many times
You
you gonna
can't
get
win,
slapped
Brock.
in the face?
My rings and my lace and my silk, they will be a great inheritance for our daughter.
Do you promise me, Arthur? Promise me that you will keep them for her? That you will keep the key? You will never give it to anyone except our child.
I promise you.
But that night, as Perdita beheld her sister, a thought occurred to her. The word had come to her a full year prior, and like the tickle in Viola's lung, it had grown in the secret places
Oh
until
boy.
the word came to live in her hand. The word was
Yep.
mercy.
Trying to stick her for a cream.
Yup.
Was a lie. It was every slap, every insult, and every day that had passed, every moment after the last breath.
That's why you can't just hold
Yeah.
it in.
That's why if you get slapped 3 times and just take it, do something about it.
Yeah.
Or else you just end up in jail.
Like this is the person that gets shit on their entire life and then goes to work with a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta let it out before that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you create haunted mansions.
Yeah.
Now she about to choke you out, bruh.
I don't think so. I think she's gonna hide the body in the swamp, though.
Oh, without a doubt. Oh boy.
They were married, as was becoming with great privacy.
There's probably a ghost in there.
Who has a suit of armor?
Oh boy. Was that just the evil face on that thing? Yeah, it was.
Looked like it.
Oh, you fuck around and kill your sister dying of tuberculosis, and now all of a sudden you create a haunted house.
Heavy. She had long since ascertained that her sister's immense wardrobe had been sequestered for the benefit of her daughter.
Oh
Then
boy.
lay languishing in thankless gloom.
She must have put a curse on the key when she was
Yeah.
like,
With an
promise.
to these ex-
The house is in disrepair. Our financials a disaster. And above us locked away are silks, jewels, and linens. If not enough to save us, enough to right the ship.
No.
She would want us to.
I mean, this relationship was never gonna work.
Yeah, that's true.
He had first shot at her at the beginning and chose the sister.
Once and for all, Perdita. It is out of the question.
Should rent out a room or two.
Yeah, right?
Damn, that's such a good point. Open up a B&B.
Yeah.
Yeah, you own a huge mansion.
Yeah. Well, our financial situation's so bad.
Yeah.
Sitting on an 85-room mansion.
Yeah.
All we have is this mansion and the 60 acres it's located on.
Yeah. However, will we survive?
Oh boy.
Oh man, I hope she gets choked out.
And here we go.
Can open the chest, the hand's gonna shoot out.
You know she's been floating around the house just watching the trunk going, you better not open that fucking trunk.
Are those 3 different keys?
Yeah, I think she knows.
Yes.
I can't even get my house
Yeah.
keys first try every time.
Holy shit.
Oh, god damn.
What the?
We haven't even seen that power.
Man.
Now, he's wearing a scarf, so he might be okay.
Oh shit. She's got the ring face.
Oh my god. Old age.
Oh, homegirl didn't finish the job.
She did, but now she's a ghost.
Oh, now she's in soup.
Now she's in the soup.
Or was that a vision?
I mean, she ain't a raven, she's dead.
Yeah, they buried the, they rid of the body, I think.
But that could have been a night before she died where she fell asleep and had a vision of that to come and then cursed everything. I think you guys are right. I think I'm wrong. She is dead.
The first person in the soup. This is why you gotta do your last rites. That's what I'm learning. And don't talk trash about God.
I guess that is the lesson we can all take away. I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
And in time, as we all do, she admitted all. She admitted she was dead. She admitted her husband had moved on. She admitted her daughter was growing without her. What there waited for her at the end of this purgatory? A reward, in the knowledge that one day the door would open, and one day Isabel would open her mother's trunk and claim her reward. They buried Lady Perdita and set about forging a new life. They would move away from here, sell the manor and find a quieter life, a smaller one, made only for the two of them. She'd be with them. And that was
Oh
all that
man.
mattered.
Is she about to sell the whole wardrobe?
They were leaving Bly, leaving most of what remained of their belongings. A reward for all these years of isolation. But Arthur had grown a superstitious man and had seen the horror on Perdita's lifeless face. His superstition.
Oh, they're gonna throw it in the lake.
Oh,
Yeah.
Damn,
But
bro.
if a curse had claimed his second life, he would not risk his daughter to its icy fingers. His daughter nor anyone else.
Later.
Viola would not go. The pull of that next world ignored, she instead made her own gravity. Gravity of will. That would change the terrain of Bly Manor. Forever, she would wake.
Guess she can just get out now.
Guess out.
Yeah, I think once it got opened once, the curse is broken.
Feeling that if she walked to her bedroom, to the room she once shared with her husband,
Is that Danny
and
Clayton's
her
room?
daughter, that perhaps the nightmare would abate, and she'd stare at that empty bed, and Viola would remember. And the remembering itself was injury anew. How many nights, how many walks? She could no longer count. Her attention lay only ahead, only on the bed that was her goal. And on the daughter she believed, each time she woke, would be waiting for her there.
Oh dear God, it's the plague. It's a plague house
She
now.
did not even realize after an
That
hour
explains all the
that
plague
Lady
doctors and
Viola
other
had
ghosts.
become quarantined for the coughing death.
Where is she?
What are you doing in here? You mustn't be in this wing without protection.
Oh!
As the plague doctor died, so he was immediately forgotten. A strange phenomenon occurred. Her gravity, it seemed, her invented gravity that held her to the grounds, it would hold others too.
Alright, so they gotta kill Lady in the Lake's spirit, and then everybody else can go free.
Like the Ice King.
They need to free
the
her.
Night King.
Yeah, it's exactly like the Night King.
Also, she's responsible for a lot more indirect deaths by killing that doctor.
Yeah. That's not cool.
Guy was just doing his job, trying to help people.
Yeah, that was the first time that, you know, up to that point, she'd only killed her sister who had murdered her, so I call that a wash.
Yeah.
That was the first time she just straight up murdered a guy.
Well,
That's an innocent man right there.
Why don't you just light a cigarette in that room and, you know, smoke it for everyone at that point?
Yep.
More indirect hurting.
Second person to find. She would sleep, forget, and forget, and forget. Wake, walk, forget even more. Her name, forgotten. Her sister's name, forgotten. As her memories left her, so too, her face. Those unfortunates trapped in the gravity well she had made of Bly Manor.
Imagine living eternally in your work uniform. You died.
As well.
Sucks.
Right.
At least he's dripped.
A fate that befell anyone unfortunate enough to step into her habitual path.
Stop. Stop!
A fate that befell a poor valet so many years later.
Wait, so does Danny Clayton
Never
die,
for anyone
but then
but the
figure out a way to
misfortune
free the
die on
spirit?
grounds of Bly.
Maybe. I'm surprised. What about all the fucking the puppet master stuff and all the puppets in the basement? They're just coincidental.
Yeah, it's a creepy house.
Yeah.
And finally stepped into the path of her own fate.
I've been wearing a scarf at this house all the time.
Yeah.
I'd have a neck brace on, like out to here, so you can't grab.
Be like, good luck, bitch.
Yeah, I walk around with like
Yeah.
what do those dogs wear when they get
The cone.
Just walk around with a dog cone.
Man.
Yeah, I'd get like a suit of armor. At the very least, there's plenty of them just laying around.
I mean, she only has one mode of attack, which is I'm gonna choke you to death.
You know, no one's gone on the offensive, and I think that suit of armor.
I think no one's known she's around long enough to go on the offensive. She attacks by surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if someone was like... I mean, we haven't seen anyone that knows that there is a Lady of the Lake that
Fiora.
also will kill you. Well, Fiora, I mean, and she hasn't, you know, she's a child.
Or Flora, I mean.
Yeah,
Flora and Miles both know about her.
that's true.
And that's why they're like, hey, don't leave your room. Please.
Get a net.
I think we talked about this last time.
We did.
We were
I mean,
saying
it's such a good. I mean, if there ever was something that a net trap would work, is this girl. Same fucking route, 400 years.
Yeah. Dude, honestly,
I mean,
you can set up something, right?
Yeah.
We have seen no proof she can float or anything like that.
She's also like sort of oblivious.
Put that ghost in a box,
She-
bro.
She's just walking, killing.
Yeah.
It's just like trapping a homeless person. They just walk around. I could do that.
You just go, gotcha.
Yeah, because she's just coming in. Marbles, potentially. I think we talked about that also.
Marbles would work.
No, we were talking about this on the Paranormal Activity.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Marbles by the front door, I would say, is a start.
I'd get 2 jars of Crisco and just really wipe it down on the stairs.
Mm-hmm. There's gonna be like in Scooby-Doo when they have a whole elaborate plan and it doesn't start. It's like Jack walks into it and sets it off.
I would dig a pit.
Or that
Fill
thing-
it with punji sticks.
Or that thing where you're barricading the door and you're like, well, what is it? You're barricading the door. You're like, hand me that wrench.
Yeah.
Jack, hand me that wrench. And then the Lady of the Water does. Lady Bly. You're like, whoa. So I think it'll be fun.
I'd like the house on fire and then pour gasoline on that swamp thing.
I mean, it seems like if you
and then
just
set it on fire.
build a wall around that lake.
Yeah, like a pool cover.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
That would work.
You know what the problem is? No one's messed with the whole like layout of the house since the 1700s.
Yeah, that's true.
If we build a couple walls, move some stuff around.
That's also a good point. There's nothing that's changed.
Yeah, so did that house end up in government control?
I think someone just bought it. Yeah. Oh no,
because it was a plague house.
You're right.
So what? It's like, oh.
You know what they could do is if they shaved down, they broke down one of the staircases and had it like as a ramp.
You know what? That would work.
And they made the ramp slippery. She can never get up there, even on four, like crawling.
Yeah.
If they just at night, they can avoid all this. If they at night, they just had one of those levers that turns the stairs into a slide.
Yeah, because she.
And then we're like, all right, no one goes downstairs till morning.
Yeah.
Dump the grease on there. All right, we're good.
Well, no, the first step she'd hit her foot on and slip and hit her face. If it was slippery. You know what they could do?
Flat face.
400 years she's been in that same circle. If they could get her on some sort of like either treadmill or wind power, something to collect from her, that she could constantly be walking on a path of. For 400 years, it would be slow, but...
So you get the path, right? You put a fence around it, and then you open up a tourist attraction. Every night it's like, come to Blind Manor, see the crazy-ass bitch who haunts the lake. And then she's just walking down her path, and everyone's just behind the fences taking pictures and selfies.
Oh, here, how about this? Fucking... You plug up the path that she usually walks on, dig a new path. She'll just go up that and just walk right into the woods every night.
Would she?
Yeah, she'll just walk out into the woods. She doesn't have a face anymore. She doesn't know what the fuck she's doing.
I was very confident how you said that.
Yeah, you
Bing, bang. Bing, bang, boom, you're out of there 10 minutes, we're good.
Problem solved.
I mean, now you got a witch in the woods, but...
Well, you know what? That's where she belongs.
That's something for the whole neighborhood watch and everyone to deal with in the community.
And listen, if a kid gets lost in the woods and gets taken by a witch, listen, same old song and dance. We've heard it 100 times.
Yeah, I'm sick of it, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
we all do that and let England deal with it.
You know, we also all learned this episode. When it's time to die, just die.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, don't be an asshole. Oh, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, so she was an asshole for not just like for begrudgingly holding on and making everybody miserable.
Yep.
And then the sister was an asshole for not knowing how to balance her emotions and just keep getting slapped and then take it out and like strangle her sister. It's just like, bro.
I do like this show.
You should just just
there's stuff I need to
slaps,
there's stuff I need
get
to
it
let
out.
go of.
Yeah.
Like people in this show, it's like
everyone needs to let go of their past at a certain point.
I think
that's the central theme.
Yeah, you do need to let go of your past.
Yeah, right? What's the point of hanging around for 6 years bitter about shit?
Bitter and like in pain and dying every day.
Yeah.
I do like the idea too of the memories they keep talking about and how like it feels good and safe and like exciting to hide in this memory, but then once you're actually there for long enough, you're like, wait, what the fuck are we doing?
Here it is again.
Same thing.
Wake, walk, talk, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Her thing was, sleep, wake, walk.
Same with like Rebecca with Peter.
You can enjoy the past, but you can't live there.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm excited for them to slay her and release the souls.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna use to do that though.
Yeah,
Danny Clay's detective skills will take care.
So she can't. They can't kill her. So they have to.
They could probably kill her.
I don't think they can kill her.
I could easily.
I'm pretty sure everyone's in the soup. You can't kill anyone in the soup. So I'm thinking.
No one's tried, and she's a body. Maybe with a sword or.
I really want Danny while she's being choked to just pull out a badge and be like, Danny Clay, PI. You're under arrest.
I mean, you know what they need to do? Investigate the paranormal.
Paranormal investigator.
You know what they need to do is when you gotta put, like, she goes up the stairs at night and then she chokes. She grabs a choke of the person in her line, right? Mm-hmm. So she chokes Danny Clayton, and then as she's about to kill her, they reveal this was a fake dummy mold Danny Clayton. And Danny Clayton shows up behind the ghost and then fucking stabs
Danny
her.
Clayton used the substitution jitsu from Naruto, if you will.
Or if she even just made like a... I mean, she's blind.
Yeah,
you could put one of those dumb dummies that you beat up.
Yeah, it wouldn't even matter if it was Danny Clayton because she doesn't even know she's killing Danny Clayton. She's killing person A in her line.
Yeah, it's just some dude.
Yeah. So do you think Danny Clayton dies like in this next episode and then fixes this as a ghost, as a dead person?
Yes. And fights her own personal demons.
Yeah. I didn't think that at first, but the more I watch this, the more I'm like, I think that's...
I don't see how she can live. So I think she dies, and then they're all like, wow.
And what is the uncle?
And they all disappear into the sky, and then they're fucking... That's it, at the end.
That's at the end.
Yeah, I get it.
What does the uncle have to do with it? Because he's about to come back.
The uncle's going to contribute something helpful and die.
He is.
For sure.
Because if it's going to mirror... I mean...
Or maybe the uncle shows up, so someone needs to take care of Flora and Miles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he just shows up. He's like, I'm going to be in your lives now, kids.
Oh, maybe he
come
won't
with
die.
me.
That's actually a really good idea.
I'm going to raise you and make up for all the mistakes I made.
She gets her memory back because the uncle's situation is so similar to her situation, and that kind of, helps her move on somehow. Talking to the uncle, being like, I didn't want it to happen. I just fell in love, and blah, blah, blah. So maybe she's less angry at her sister. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I don't know. I'm just talking.
I think Danny Clayton just squares up in spirit world.
I want that so much more than anything else. I want to see some sort of fight. I really like the dummy idea. I feel like it's cool. I feel like if it's realistic enough, you can trick the audience with it even. It's a good, little reveal. Because the ghost is like, now I got you, and then she comes out right behind her.
I mean, if anyone figures out the Lady of the Lake and then, the whole backstory to her and how she's just walking a line, or the Fiona or Flora tells someone, an adult, they could solve this in so many different ways. Walls, ramps.
Exactly. Roller blades that
a pulley system.
Buy a surplus of mannequins and just add it to the docket of things at night to do to leave one there.
Yeah.
And then every night she grabs one yes, gotcha. She doesn't know. She's blind.
She has no idea. But, so, I don't know. Danny Clayton shows up in Spirit World. I hope she's like, should have spent the last 400 years training.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Danny Clayton's going to have a rough time doing that if she fights her.
Yeah. She seems pretty strong.
She's been choking people out for a long time.
Danny Clayton cries way too much to be a good fighter.
Well, I think anyone would have a tough time against.
Oh, certainly.
The Manor lady.
I don't think you can fight her else. I think Peter. Maybe Peter.
He seemed able-bodied, and he could do nothing, right?
Yeah.
So. Well, when they're alive and she's dead, she got super strength. But maybe if they're both dead, they'll be on an equal playing field. But even then,
well, I mean, they're all in the soup, so I'm sure they can't even find her at certain times. Because sometimes, he's hearing a ringing, he's going back in time.
Yeah.
And he's in the soup.
Mm-hmm. That's this fucking soup, man.
Yeah, well, as he say, I better pencil me in. We're squaring up.
Yeah.
Pencil my ass in.
His memory, bro.
What you doing around 5?
Maybe Peter as Miles, because he's taking over Miles, is now going to use Miles' real body. I'm going to take down this bitch right here. Now that I got the information about her as a dead person.
Haunting is loud, man. You better feel the haunting in these hands.
Yeah, that's what you're going to unlock the chest. Man, fuck.
You know what I would do? I'd just be like, I would bring Floyd Mayweather there and be like, all right, stand right here. As he was getting choked out, just be like, all right, just fucking. Once you're in the soup, just throw a couple. Set the tone.
That'd be so funny if she popped out of the chest. It was
just does that.
Yeah, why is that so much funnier than choking her? The idea of opening the chest, she just fucking punches her.
Because you can't be killed with the punch. Yeah, you're just being a dick.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, fuck, I was gonna say something.
And there's no hate in a well-placed jab.
Right in the forehead.
Man, if they just...
She's got no eyes.
Had that been me, bro. Been like... Real quick, shut that up.
I was gonna make it. I was gonna make a joke earlier that the Mac family seal would be an EBT card, but I didn't want to. I feel like it would be rude, so I didn't want to. I hope we don't. I just don't want to say that. We can probably cut that out.
Just stamp EBT.
Oh, another note from the House of Mac.
We can only buy certain items.
Unfortunately, the name brand was off the table.
We got Equate Greek yogurt this week. Oh man. Oh, that hurts.
Nothing like
that one cut deep.
Get some Dr. Thunder.
Oh, that one cut deep.
JuiceLabs.
JuiceLabs.